Chapter 1. It was the afternoon before Halloween. A little girl was on her bike in Oak Street in Maryville. She went happily between the trees and the lovely gardens. But then her bike went onto a front of lawn and she stopped. There was a strange sound and she looked up. The lawn was in front of a big old house. There were two windows over the front door. The windows looked down at her angrily. There was a loud shout, and an old man came out of the house. It was Mr. Cracker. Get off my lawn, he shouted. Do you want to die? The little girl was frightened, and she ran away. Mr. Cracker walked across the lawn and took the bike. And don't come back. These children, he said, they never listen. The sound came again. It was louder, and then it stopped. Mr. Cracker went into his house and closed the door. DJ Walters lived opposite Mr. Cracker's house. DJ saw everything and wrote about it in his book. There was a lot of writing in the book. Today he wrote 30th October and took pipe. DJ, his mom called. I'm coming. DJ looked at the pictures on the walls of his bedroom. They were photos of Mr. Cracker's house. DJ, she called again. DJ ran out of his house. His mom and dad were in the car. Mom, said DJ. He took a bike again. DJ, she said, you can't stay in your room for hours to watch an old man. But there's something wrong with that house, he said. We are going, said his dad. Z is coming soon. She's staying with you tonight. We love you, called his mom, and they drove away. Then a boy with a ball came across the street. It was Chowda, DJ's best friend. It's Halloween soon, said Chowda. What are you going to wear? I'm not going trick or treating this year, said DJ. But we always do, said Chowda. We are too old now, said DJ. Chowda tried to throw his ball into the basket on the wall. He turned and looked at DJ. Be careful, shouted DJ. Chowda turned back and the ball hit him. Ah! Chowda put his hand on his nose. Are you okay? Asked DJ. Then he saw the ball. Oh no! It was on Mr. Cracker's nice lawn. You are older, DJ. You get it, said Chowda. No, said DJ. But it was expensive, said Chowda. Maybe Mr. Cracker is sleeping. DJ looked at the house. Okay. He put one foot on the lawn. The ball was close. He ran to it. Suddenly, the door opened, and Mr. Cracker came out. You! DJ moved quickly. His shoe pulled out a bit of the lawn. I'm sorry, cried DJ. He wanted to run, but Mr. Cracker held his shirt. Do you want to die? Shouted Mr. Cracker. No, I love life, said DJ. Mr. Cracker pulled DJ's shirt. This is my house, he shouted. Stay away! The old man's face was very red and his eyes went big. Suddenly, he fell on top of DJ on the lawn. The old man didn't move. Uh-huh, said Chowda. Then there was a cold wind, and the door closed loudly. Chapter 2. Some people came and took Mr. Nevercracker away. He's dead because of me, BJ said to Chowda. I feel terrible. Just then, Zee arrived in her car. She took her bed into DJ's house. Hi, she smiled. We are going to have a very good time. Mom and Dad aren't here, said DJ. Zee stopped smiling. Okay, she said. In the house at 9 o'clock, in your room at 11. No games, she said. I'm not a child, said DJ. Zee just looked at him angrily. Later, DJ was in his room. He looked at the house across the street. The house looked at him. He saw some smoke. It came out of the top of the house. Then there was a cold wind again, and he closed his window. DJ went to sleep. He had a bad dream about the house. The house came into his room. It was big and dark. Then the dark was a hand. It wanted to. Suddenly, the phone woke him up. DJ looked at the number. He was frightened. The call was from Mr. Nevercracker's house. Who was it? Then someone was in his room. Boo! It was Bones, Zee's boyfriend. Bones laughed at DJ. Zee was there too. It isn't funny, shouted DJ. Mr. Nevercracker's dead, and someone is in his house. Oh, said Zee and Bones. They didn't believe him. They laughed and left his room. DJ looked at the house. One of the windows opened like an eye. DJ's heart went faster. The window closed again. DJ used his phone. Police, answered Chowda. The danger zone, said DJ. Now. Bones told Z the story of his beautiful red kite. He was 10 and he loved that kite more than anything. Bones looked happy, but then his face changed. One day, the kite was high in the sky, but then it came down behind the houses. He found it on Mr. Nevercracker's lawn. The old man shouted at him and took the kite. He's a terrible old man, said Z. Yeah, said Bones, and he is strange. He talked to the house. People say his wife died in that house. Did he eat her? He laughed, but Z was angry. She said, Go home, Bones. Bones went out of DJ's house. He looked at Mr. Nevercracker's house. He threw a trainer onto the lawn. Nothing happened. Then he walked on the lawn. He waited. Nothing. He danced on the lawn. You are dead, he shouted. Look at me. I'm on your lawn. What are you going to do? Suddenly, the door opened, and Bones saw his lovely red kite. Bones followed it. The door closed, There was a terrible sound. Then it was quiet again. The danger room was DJ and Shauda's special place. There was a very big crane and a digger and a lot of holes. Mr. Neighborcracker is back from the dead, said DJ. He wants to find me. I need your help, Shauda. The two boys left the danger zone, and soon they were in front of Mr. Neighborcracker's house. They saw a train on the lawn. The house watched them. Two windows opened slowly, then nothing. This is boring, said Shauda, and he went onto the lawn. Don't! Shouted PJ. Suddenly, there was a terrible sound. The door opened and the windows moved. They looked down angrily. Then the floor opened like teeth in a mouth. There was a big, red, open throat, and then the carpet came out of the door like a tongue. The boys ran. Chapter 3. The next morning, a young girl came to the door. It was Jenny Bennett. You need some treats for tonight, she said. I'm selling chocolates. It's not my house, said Z. Okay, said Jenny. I'm sure the mom and dad left you some money for the trick-or-treaters. You gave me $20 for some chocolates. I say you gave me $30. You keep $10 and you have the chocolates too. Hey, you are good. Z gave Jenny the money. Z went to DJ's room. What are you doing? She asked. Something in that house tried to eat us, said DJ. We stayed up all night to watch. You're so strange, said Z. Do you know where Bones is? He left last night and didn't come back. Didn't come back? Said Shauda. Z, I'm sorry, but the house took your boyfriend, said DJ. Z didn't believe them. She closed her eyes. Please. She threw some chocolates to DJ. Breakfast, she said and left the room. Chowda looked out of the window again. Oh, he said. TJ looked. It was Jenny. The boys watched her. They liked her red hair. They also liked her little nose and big clever eyes. Chowda looked at TJ. I saw her first. You can't say that, said DJ. Oh yes, I can. Jenny started to go to Mr. Neighborcracker's store with her chocolates. The boys ran out. No! They shouted. Jenny looked at them. Do you have a problem? She asked. Suddenly, the windows opened. They were red and angry. Then, a terrible cry came from the house. The lawn moved up and down. The door opened, and the kids saw a mouth and the teeth. The carpet tongue came out and lifted Jenny up and down. It took the chocolates, but the boys pulled Jenny back. Hey! It was Z. The lawn and the house went quiet. The door closed. The eyes were windows again. I'm going to find Bones. And she went off. What's happening? Asked Jenny. The boys told Jenny about the house. I'm very busy, said Jenny. But that house took my chocolates and tried to eat me. I can give you an hour. They all looked at the house. It was quiet now. Then they saw a dog. It walked onto the lawn. The door opened and the dog came out. It took the dog. It was very quick. Call the police, said Jenny. Suddenly, DJ remembered. It's Halloween. Tonight, there are going to be a lot of children at the door, trick or treating. They are all going to die. Then the door opened, and there was Chowda's ball. Suddenly, the ball changed. Now it was a Halloween monster face. It's laughing at us, said Jenny. Then the police arrived. There were two policemen. Landers was fat and had a pink face. Okay, what's happening? Landers asked. The other policeman, Lister, was tall. He shouted at them. All of you, next to the car. Now. He's new, said Landers. There's something very bad in that house, Jenny told them. Someone died, said DJ. A dog died too, said Chowda. Landers smiled, but Lister shouted in the police radio. Dead dog, dead dog. We have a problem here. Landers took away the radio, away from him. Okay, you three. It's Halloween. We are busy. DJ tried again. Please believe us. The house has a mouth. It pulls things in and eats them. See you later, said Landers. Look! DJ walked onto the lawn. Nothing. He danced on the lawn. Nothing. Okay, said Landers. We are going. Leave this house now. I'm going to give you 10. 1, 2, 3. But we need your help, cried Jenny. 4, 5, 6. The three kids looked at the policeman. They weren't going to help. DJ, Chowda, and Jenny walked away. What can we do now? Asked Chowda. I have an idea, said DJ. Let's ask a very clever person. Chapter 4. The Pizza Freak was a cheap restaurant with a lot of computer games. A big man was playing one. His shirt and Pizza Freak hat were dirty. This is Skull, said DJ importantly. He knows everything. Let's talk to him, said Jenny, and she walked over to Skull. He turned. His face was very white, and his eyes were red and tired. What? I'm busy. DJ was quick. There's a monster in Mr. Navigator's house. It must die before it eats us. Okay, man. Skull played his game. His hands moved very quickly. Sometimes a person loves his house very much. Then he dies. The dead person can live in the house. It's in the walls and the floor. It's called Domus Metabilis. That means monster house, said Jenny. I knew that, said Chowd. Can we stop it? Asked DJ. Find the heart of the house. The heart must die. So where's the heart? Asked Chowda. No one answered. Then DJ remembered. Smoke comes from the house. The heart of the house must be the fire. We must stop the fire. We don't have much time, said Jenny. We must find a way to get in. I've got an idea, said DJ. First, let's make something. It must be like a person. We put sleep easy drink in it. The house eats the person and goes to sleep. Then we go in and find the fire. That's a very stupid plan, said Chowda. I don't want to go into a monster. Jenny looked at DJ. It's good. Let's do it. Okay, said Chowda quickly. Let's do it. DJ found an old carpet cleaner and Jenny put some clothes on it. It was like a Halloween monster. They put some sleep easy drink into the cleaner. They were ready. It was evening. The tops of the houses were red in the sun. Trick or treat, Chowda called to the house. The windows opened and looked at the carpet cleaner. There was hate in the eyes. Start the cleaner, said DJ quietly. The carpet cleaner started to move. It went to the front door. The door opened, and there were the teeth. Ready, waiting, DJ Chowda and Jenny smiled. Suddenly, they heard the sound of a police car. The house's eyes and mouth closed, and the carpet cleaner stopped in front of the door. Lender saw the carpet cleaner. What's this? He looked at it and found the sleep easy drink. Okay, you are going to the police station, Lister shouted. Right in the car. Listen to us, shouted DJ. The house is a monster. The policeman put the three kids into the car. And don't try to open the doors, because you can't, said Lister. Suddenly, a terrible sound came from the house. What's that? Lister walked to the door. Landers followed him. No, get away from the house, shouted DJ. He and Jenny tried to open the car doors. He's right, said Jenny. We can't get out. Chapter 5. Lister ran onto the lawn. It moved. A tree near him started to move too. He tried to run, but the tree pulled him back. Suddenly, he was high in the sky. Help! He called. Landers tried to run to the car, but the carpet tongue came through the door and pulled him in. Then the tree threw Lister into the house after him. The kids didn't want to look. The tree took the cart and held it high over the lawn. The front door mouth was bigger now. I'm only here because of you, DJ, shouted Chowda. No, you are not. You are here because of her, cried DJ. The car was close to the mouth. Be quiet, said Jenny. We have got a big problem. The tree threw the car into the house. The teeth closed on to the front of the door. The three kids looked down the red throat. There were teeth all the way down. Quick, move! Shouted DJ. The back window of the car was open. They went through it. Then the door of the house closed and the car went down the throat. Everything went quiet. The carpet sat quietly on the stairs. The walls and the floors were in the right places. It doesn't know we are here, said DJ quietly. Now we must find the fire and put water on it. I don't think that's a good idea, said Chowda. Do you want to die? Asked DJ. Okay, okay. Let's look for the house, Chowda said. Be careful, said DJ, and stay to. Suddenly DJ fell through the floor. There was a loud breaking sound, and Jenny and Chowda fell through after him into the dark. They were in a big room. There were a lot of children's things there. Look at this, said DJ. It was an old circus caravan. The colors were now old and dark. It was in two parts. On one of the caravan were some words. Constance the Giantess. The kids looked at it quietly. This was beautiful a long time ago, said DJ. Let's look in it. Let's not, said Chowda. DJ went in. There were pictures on the walls. Then he saw something in the cement floor. It looked like a big body. Suddenly, the floor moved. The floor's breaking, shouted DJ. Then there was a strong wind. It's Constance, cried Jenny. She's angry. She doesn't like people near her. Everything in the room started to move and break. The sounds were terrible. Constance knew they were there. The wind threw the three kids out of the room. Run, shouted DJ. Chowda was at the top of the stairs. Throat opened. Suddenly, the stairs went down the throat. The throat pulled at Chowda too. The house gave a terrible cry. But Chowda didn't fall. He held one of the teeth. DJ tried to pull him up. Then the carpet tongue came out quickly and threw DJ down the throat. No! Cried Jenny. The house moved up and down. Then she saw something red at the back of the throat. She pulled on it hard. The house moved up and down again. I can't hold, she shouted and fell down the red throat. But there was someone close. It was DJ. Jenny held onto his legs. DJ held onto Chowder's legs. Then a strong wind and a lot of water came up the throat. It threw the three kids out of the open door. DJ ran into the street as a car stopped in front of the house. Chapter 6. It was Mr. Nevercracker. He was very white. No, cried Chowder. You are dead. Go away. You go away, said Mr. Nevercracker angrily. He's not dead, said DJ happily. Of course I'm not dead. Is it Halloween today? Go away or you are going to die. Mr. Nevercracker turned to the house. I'm home, my love. The house started to cry. Look at your windows and your walls, he said quietly. But it isn't a problem. We can make it better. We are going to have a nice, quiet evening, like every year. No children, only us. It's her, said DJ. The house is her. Mr. Nevercracker. I know about Constance. I saw her. There was a surprised sound from the house. Were you in my house? Cried Nevercracker. I know she died, said DJ. I loved her, said Mr. Cracker sadly. He told them Constance's story. The kids saw the pictures in their heads. They were in Constance's caravan at the circus. There were happy music and circus sounds. People looked at Constance the giantess in her caravan. They laughed and threw things at her. She was sad and alone. She looked at the floor and tried to forget the people. One day a boy threw old vegetables at her. Constance was very angry and she shouted at the boy. A young man came and held the boy's arm. It was Mr. Nevercracker. That night he went to Constance's caravan and they talked. He thought she was beautiful. Mr. Nevercracker took Constance's caravan away from the circus. They found a place to build a home. Mr. Nevercracker started to build a lovely house and made a big hole for the cement. The cement was almost ready. He decided to break Constance's caravan. Then something terrible happened. He heard a loud cry. It was Halloween, and some young children came to trick or treat. When they saw Constance, they started to throw things at her. Go away, shouted Mr. Nevercracker. Some of the things hit Constance. The children just laughed. It's always going to be like this, cried Constance. She shouted at the children. She tried to run, but she fell into the big hole, and the cement fell on top of her. There was a terrible cry, and Constance the giantess died. So I finished the house, Mr. Nevercracker said to DJ. She died, but she didn't leave. She hates children, and she is often angry at them. I try to stop her. At Halloween, it's very hard. The house started to make loud noise sounds. I'm coming, my love, said Mr. Nevercracker. And you children must go. But DJ held his arm. No, Mr. Nevercracker. You have your life. It's time to leave Constance. She is all I have, said Mr. Nevercracker sadly. No, said DJ. You have me too. I'm your friend. He took Mr. Nevercracker's hand and they walked away. Mr. Nevercracker was happy, but the house wasn't. It was very, very angry. Suddenly there was a terrible sound. DJ and Mr. Nevercracker looked back. The house was moving again.